everyone, and welcome to another episode of WYTPod. My name is Harshit, and I'm the Director of Business Alliances at WYTLABS. We are a digital agency specializing in SaaS and e-commerce marketing. And I've got the founder and CEO of Flatlogic with me today. His name is Philip. And Flatlogic is an AI-powered platform specializing in creating enterprise business applications. A big welcome to you, Philip, and thanks for taking time out for this.
Yeah, thank you very much, Harshit. Thank you for your invitation. I appreciate to be speaking here. It's actually the first time I'm speaking in kind of English speaking podcast because I have my own podcast, but it's in Belarusian language. So it's like it's a debut for me. Okay.
Yeah,
If I can call like that.
Yeah,
So
I'm
thank you.
completely right. Yeah, that you joined us today. And now, before we dive into Flatlogic, all the wonderful thing it does, can you please let our viewers know a little bit about you and your professional journey so far?
So I finished 10 years ago. I finished university. I have a computer science degree. I studied for 5 years. I am originally from Belarus, and we have the so-called specialist degree. It's something between bachelor and master. So I studied for 5 years. And then a few years ago, I also finished like a master in economics. So I also have an economics degree, but at the master stage. And my background is I worked for a company called Exadel. It's an American company as a software engineer for several years. And then I left this company to start my own company eventually, but I did not know what I'm going to start. And I started what eventually turned to be Flatlogic. So the idea was there was a market called, and this market is still there. It's called SimForest. So have you heard of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a market where you can sell this code assets like templates, plugins, and so on. And they had a section named Admin Dashboard Templates. And I thought, okay, this is something I can do myself. And so I designed a template, I coded the template, everything myself, and sent my template as a submission to SimForest, but they rejected it. And for almost half a year, they rejected my template. Yeah. Then I said, okay, I don't want to spend time anymore trying to convince them that my product is good. So I went to another marketplace, Bootstrap, and my template was accepted.
Okay.
And so I started to make quite good money because it was 10 years ago. I was like fresh after university. Yeah. So I was making quite good money by making this sales from a template, by selling templates, licenses. And I also it was quite good for several years. For 2 years, it was just the only thing that I did. I created one template, then I created another one. But I also was constantly approached by some businesses or some individuals, and they said, "Hey, Philip, we loved your template. Could you please develop something for us based on this template?" And I thought, okay, I jumped on that gig. Right? You call this gigs, right? So on this contract, and I finished this contract. So besides having product revenue that came from selling licenses, I also had revenue by rendering services. And I thought, okay, maybe it makes sense to say that it's not Philip anymore, it's a company. And this is how Flatlogic was born. It was like until some period, it was a fake company when I was just a single person.
Yeah.
And then initial employees came. I started to hire and grew till So that's the story.
That's brilliant, and would love to know now, because you are in an interesting niche, and I would understand from you what are the unique value propositions or unique selling propositions that sets you apart from other solutions out there in the market.
If you imagine, like I usually drew like this sort of a map to compare. For example, it's in order to understand who we compete with and what are our advantages, we first need to define the market.
Yeah.
And so the market is, for example, if you want to create a CRM, right, you can go and use existing solutions like HubSpot, for example, or other like Salesforce or other tools available. So these are software as a service tools available for you to develop, to have CRM for you. You will be paying on a monthly basis, and you can be happy with that. It's okay. On the other side of the scale is when you want something custom. I want custom CRM for me. For some reason, I want to have a lot of integrations. I want to, I don't know, display my leads in some way. I want to store some data. So for some reason, I need custom CRM, and I go to software development companies, or I need to build a team to hire a team to build the CRM for myself.
Yeah.
That's the opposite, right? And we try to be in between. We try to be a bit. There is also like third solution available, which is close to the software as a service solutions. It's no code, low code tools. So you can go, for example, to Retool or Bubble or other companies and build a CRM for you with using no code, low code tools. But you also will be limited within the platform that you build the tool with. And we try to combine the benefits of low code, no code tools and still gain advantage of custom development. So we generate the source code now. And before it was the same with template. So you could purchase a template of CRM. So it's like a template, but what I call it, they are ultimately customizable. It means that you can do whatever you want. Since you own the source code, you have the source code, you can do whatever integrations you want.
Nice.
And you have no limits, right? Because we have some cases, not a lot of cases, but some cases when startups build their products using no-code, low-code tools, and then they are attached to platform. They cannot go from this platform. They need to pay. They cannot integrate, cannot extend. And if you have the code, you can do whatever you want. So that's the idea.
Okay. And now another question, because you're giving the source code answer, how exactly is the business model? Is it like a one-time fee, and how exactly does it work for you?
So it's as it was from the beginning. So the same business model. So we have a product revenue. So you can go to Flatlogic website, purchase a subscription, and subscribe and use the product. The product will be, the generated application will be hosted. You can download the source code, you can modify, you can keep using it, and it's yours. You can modify it with the platform, you can modify it with the source code, it's yours. You can also resort to our services and we will build something for you. So we also provide this customization services based on this product. And this is how you can deliver real products really fast.
Makes sense. Right. Can you share any particular case study or a success story where a platform has made a significant impact on one of your client's business and basically help them scale or fulfill really big objective?
Of course, I believe there are quite a lot. So, for example, the recent one when we were approached by a telecommunication company, like it's local telecommunication company, and they were able to build 5 similar e-commerce custom websites using our platform. So they generated the applications and then customized everything, including like adding integrations with local payments providers, including like integrations with local, I don't know, signature services and so on. So this is like one of the examples. And they were able to build like 5 in just a month or 2 of work. So besides having the app generated and ready out of the box, they also added this custom features.
Okay.
And now I don't know, this is in terms of the generator, because the generator is, so we are talking about platform, right? So we are referring to Flatlogic generator. So it's the tool that you can use to generate applications either based on plain language description or by defining database schema. But we are in the business for 10 years. And the platform is only available since last year. Before that, the generator is available only since last year. Before that, it was only these static templates, but we had a lot of them. We had like around 60 templates.
But you were offering managed services back then as well. So I'm sure like team could still go ahead and fulfill the requirement, whatever the client have, right?
Correct. Yes, correct.
Makes sense. As a leader in the industry, what trends do you foresee in the future of web app development, and how Flatlogic position itself to adapt to these volatile changing needs altogether?
I observe several trends. So the first trend is, of course, it's some sort of recession, maybe not pre-recession, some sort of a decrease in economic activity cycle, right? So it's a cyclical that also affects us, because you develop software when you have everything else developed. So it's something that people spend money on when it's not the
They
first
have that
importance.
luxury to spend the money on. I agree.
Yes. So this, and the second is, I would say, this remote work. So it affected us and quite significantly. For example, now it's easier for businesses to hire remotely
Yeah.
than to hire some agencies, than to hire development companies, than to go to services. Instead they can just go and hire locally or maybe hire remotely, and they have all benefits like working with the team. And the third is AI, of course, AI and no-code, low-code tools. So eventually, I believe that AI will replace, and we will help it. We will help to achieve this goal.
Yes.
AI will replace at least some basic application development, because what we face and what we see, what we observe from our own experience and our users, our projects, is that a lot of this, we call them data management applications. They're very similar. They have a lot of similar components. They have a lot of similar logic everywhere. And this can be replaced. Maybe not, I don't know, not in a month, not in half a year, but maybe in 1, 2, 3 years. I believe it's going to be replaced with AI soon. At least some core basic kind of concepts, basic parts of the software development process.
Okay. Is the platform like currently enabled AI powered, or do you wish to include it in future?
It is AI powered. It became AI powered after OpenAI release of the API. So we still rely. We considering to move to our own large language model, but so far we use OpenAI API. So we do not use it to generate code, because the code generator, it's our proprietary kind of software. So it's not related. OpenAI does not write code for us. We just use it to interpret user input and translate it into some into actions that our platform or generator may do.
Gotcha. How's the typical journey on your platform from a user point of view? How exactly does it look like?
So user comes to Flatlogic, they put the description. It's better to have the description of the application at the moment. So they describe the application, what they want to achieve. It's better to have it in the form of user stories. And then the generator generates the application. They can modify the schema of the application. They can push the source code to GitHub. The application is deployed to the cloud. So that's it. And then they can work with it, use it, and modify it via the source code or via the schema editor of Flatlogic platform.
Gotcha. That's pretty easy. And now finding the right.
And our one thing to note, that our ultimate goal. Also, but now we added like a new fancy feature that you can just create charts and widgets from descriptions. So you can just say, I want to have a chart of orders by months, and it's going to show you chart of orders by months. And eventually, our goal is to move completely to conversation interface. So you say it's like a conversation for you. So you come to Flatlogic website, and Flatlogic bot asks you, okay, what kind of application do you want to build? What are the roles in this application? What modifications do you want to make? And you just type with text, and it has the application built for you. So that's our goal.
Makes sense. Now, finding the right balance between low-code development and customization is anyways crucial, right? How does your approach helps with this balance? And especially when you're catering to diverse business needs, you are targeting big, broad industry with your platform. So would love to take some insights on that.
It's actually the biggest advantage that we have. We generate the source code, and it solves a lot of potential challenges with clients, especially with business clients who want to own the code, who want to own the software. If I pay someone monthly to have, for example, we solve the classical case of our client is when they try to, it's so-called business process automation. So you automate some part of the business process of your company, either sales or I don't know, administrations, operations, whatever, inventory management. And if you put handling of this process to some third party and you need to pay it monthly, you do not have control, then you have a lot of risks, right? Because you don't own the software, you don't own the source code. We know that like recently a quite large player in no-code market announced that they are going to shut down the company. And so what's going to happen with all of these users who build their apps on top of the platform? So maybe it's good for you as an individual to track your, I don't know, expenses maybe. But if you are a business and you have a lot of processes, you have a lot of people depend on some automated business process, then that's the main advantage for them. So they own something. They do not rent something.
Yeah. Well, makes sense. Makes perfect sense. Now, I would love to know, how does your company engage with its existing users? Is there a user community? How exactly do you incorporate user feedback into your development and improving your own platform? How does that cycle?
I would say it has a lot of pros. So we first do a lot of email campaigns, not marketing campaigns, but I'm writing to everyone a message after they sign up. Hey, thanks for signing up. Please let me know. Please be open. Please be brutally honest with me. What do you think about the platform? What is your opinion? If they cancel subscription, I also write this. If they extend, I also thank them. So we also have customer support. So if you have, you may reach out via a chat interface, you may post on the forum, you may post via email your request, and we are going to respond to you. And this is actually one of the most important part of the business development, is to be close with your clients and with your customers, because they are the guiding light for you, because they tell you where to go, right? Because we have a lot of clients who became friends, not clients, customers who signed up, who loved the platform, who generated applications, and they became friends. They are like asking me, hey, Philip, how are you? What are your news? Have you seen this new tool? What do you think about that tool? And just having good relations with your customers on the personal level is something that gives you a lot of source of knowledge on how to make your product better. So I'm trying to be a friend for them, because eventually what I see is that business eventually is for helping people. You just need to do something that people need, and they will pay you if you solve something for them.
Yeah.
If it's not needed to anyone, then no one is going to pay you. And if you're going to help people, they're going to help you.
That's true. I agree. And Philip, I would love to know, because the industry is definitely competitive. I would get your opinion on, and you are relying a lot on SEO, right? For your own traffic generation. Would love to know what SEO strategies are really working on your field.
We have been working with traffic for a long time. So it's our main strategy. So we never relied on any paid marketing campaigns. So I'm not sure. Now I start to understand that maybe it's it's not the best way to go. So I think that for a healthy company, for healthy marketing and sales department, you have to have all channels working for you. You have to have inbound channel, you have to have outbound channel, all of the channels. But for us, for many years, only content marketing channel worked and still works. So we just started to create content for our blog. We started to think deeply about our SEO. Yeah. So how can we make sure that our pages are ranked in Google highly? And yeah, we have quite good results. Several months ago, we had 100,000 people per month visiting our website. Then it dropped a bit. Now it grows back a bit. So it's fluctuating. But yeah, we have, and that's like the main source. I'm not sure. You know what's good with SEO is that it has a sort of cumulative effect. So when you post article, it has a direct effect right now, and it also has an effect in long term.
Yeah.
And the more articles you have, the more your blog, your website becomes your asset.
Yeah.
It's not just
You
it's
build
not just
authority. You build that content authority. You build the matter expertise in your niche, and Google does promote.
yeah.
Rewards.
Yes, absolutely. Because if you, for example, I can spend $10,000 on writing content, or I can spend $10,000 on Google Ads. Google Ads is going to bring me traffic right today, and that's it.
Yeah.
And only today, right? And if I spend $10,000 on content, so it's going to work long term for me. It's like creating some value for you, but in the long term. So that's why it's my preference.
Makes sense. And how do you approach new content? What that process looks like within your organization?
I believe it's a constant market analysis. Based on market analysis, we understand what are demands in the market, what are news in the market. We react to signals from the market, right? We see what our competitors do. We see what are the demanding topics, and we identify a content plan based on these topics and create a marketing strategy. And then either hire someone or have our internal team working on that to create the content.
Gotcha. And what about, because I think link building again is a big part of your SEO success, even though a lot of people argue, but it is definitely like the biggest ranking factor out there. And what exactly within your company that process looks like?
We have a special person who is doing that, like a SEO specialist who is making not the link building, I would say, but post exchanges, link exchanges. So it's basically partnerships in the form of website presence for Google. So in social media, you can go and partner with some blogger, right? You're an influencer, you go and partner with another influencer. So the same is for SEO. You just go and partner with another website. You either create a content together or just exchange links. And so this is what a SEO specialists do.
Makes sense. And are you relying digital PR as well as a strategy to promote your business and for your branding efforts?
Of course, we do. Of course.
You do?
Of course. Yeah. We do, on our website, when it's something important, we also outreach to our contacts to make a post about our news. So yeah, it works, of course.
And what's the target ICP for your ideal customer profile for your business? And how do you tailor your marketing efforts to resonate with that audience?
I would say that those are small to medium businesses who want to streamline their business operations. So business process automation. So it's either someone who wants to have this custom inventory management, data management, content management, resource management, and also startups. So startups, it's another segment. So the first is existing small to medium businesses, and another one is startups.
Okay. And what roles within these companies do you target mainly?
It's technically, so it's decision makers with technical background.
Okay.
So it's either CTO or CEO.
CEOs. Okay. Makes sense. And because you're relying a lot on SEO, I would love to know what are the key performance indicators that you keep an active look on and then work on a new strategy or revamping an old strategy?
We monitor our active articles, our active pages in Search Console, right?
Okay.
Monthly. We track pages that perform, that have a lot of traffic, and if something changes, traffic drops, right? We know that something happened, and we need to react. We need to either update content, or we need to create same content for the same topic. So it depends on our reaction.
Gotcha. Right. Now, because it's serving global audience, I would love to get insights from you on how you navigate cultural differences and localize your marketing strategies to.
For me, it was never. Actually, I never phrased this. Maybe I'm lying to myself, but I don't remember that. If you speak English, we have an English website, so it's in English. And I don't know even how to answer this because we never faced these challenges. So it's like a globalized, we're targeting those globalized decision makers who search for some product via internet. They search internationally. So I don't know. That's why maybe it was not a factor for us by now. Maybe if I start to go locally, go and attend local conferences somewhere, then I will face it. But so far, we haven't faced it.
This must be interesting. And that's wonderful. Localizing content for such a broad audience is a mammoth of task, not something easy.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Right. We're coming to an end, Philip, and I would love to have a quick rapid fire with you. Are you ready for that?
Of course.
Yeah. Right. What habit holds you back the most?
Habit that
Yeah.
holds me back.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love to sleep. So sometimes I wake up quite late.
That's okay. Just right.
I don't know. Yeah.
No, that's fine. It's not something which holds you back. But yeah, still I take that as an answer. What chore do you absolutely despise doing? Any routine habit that you don't like doing.
Let me think about it. Like I don't like waiting.
You don't
That's
like
why I
waiting?
don't drive. Yeah, I don't like this staying in the traffic jams. That's something
Alright.
that makes me like very angry.
Okay. Okay. What subject do you find to be most fascinating?
Mathematics, I would
Okay.
say. I love math. Yeah, I love this finding this connections, relations, and I believe it explains a lot.
Yeah.
So you can apply it anywhere. So that's why like math is something that I think everyone should study, understand.
Okay. All right. Now coming to my very last question. What did you last search on Google?
Can I check? Can I check?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
I think it's going to be quite a long time to find it. I believe I searched something about this tool that that shut down this no-code tool.
Okay. Gotcha. No worries. Thank you so much, Philip. Thank you for the time. Thank you for all the wisdom that you shared in today's session about the platform, about your life. And I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Harshit, thank you very much for your invitation. I really appreciate it. And for the rest of my life, you're going to be the first one who interviewed me in English.
In
So
English.
thank you very much for that. Yeah, thank you very much.